Welcome back to our $20 to $106,000 challenge / experiment. We are on session 30, 1/3 of the way done. And we are at a different location right now, so you know the drill regarding that. And before we get started, I would like for us to take a look at the schedule so we can set our goal for this session. All right, here we are. At the end of session 29, our projected balance was this here, which is $317.26. And our actual balance is $530.81. So we're going to use these two numbers here to establish a range for our cash out target for this session. With this obviously being bottom end, and that would be the top end of the range. So 10% of this is $31.72 rounded to $32, and then the top end was 30 will be 10% of that, which we're just going to round to $53. So now our goal is going to be between $32 and $53, and added that to our total balance. Our actual balance gives us a cash out target range of anywhere between $562 and $583. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so the ticket's going in, and I'll take this moment to tell you guys that I'm going to be fast forwarding through the setups, as the video ran a little bit longer than expected because I had to pull some shenanigans in the beginning, which you're about to see. So here I am deciding to play someone else's patterns, which I do, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and feel myself getting a little stubborn right now. And for a moment here, it starts to look good. We're starting to hit like fours, threes, and 4 out of 5s, it looks like. And then, well, then it does not do that anymore. So we're starting out with a little bit of a deficit. I thought maybe we could just whack it real quick and then get done. But instead, we're starting off in the hole, which is not the first time it's happened. It probably won't be the last, like learning my lesson. And here we are starting off with a deficit of $45. Awesome. All right, so let's see where we are now. All right, we get about 17 bucks back from the initial shenanigans, and I'm going to fast forward to this setup. And with that hit, we are back to where we started for this session. All right, so let's get our progression here and move our numbers and try to keep this going as smoothly as possible. Now that we're starting to pick up momentum. A little frustrating. We're seem to be breaking even quite a bit, or just in eking out a couple bucks here, a couple bucks there. So let's see what we can get on the next round here. And that is a sad, very low bet for the amount of for the size of the bankroll we have. It should have been a couple of bucks. We could have picked up $20. But I was too clever for that. So let's keep moving. All right, there we go. Picked up a little bit. We're up about $11 now for the whole session. So let's get scooting here. And with this hit, we are still about $9 away from the bottom end of our cash out target range, which is again $562. All right, I finally pushed up my bet. You can't keep if you keep your bet the same every spin, you're going to lose money over time in the long run. And the game's already difficult enough as it is. So because it took 45 spins to hit that 3 spot, I'm just gonna do it again. Um, and then, as I've said before, if it takes like 50 to 60 spins and you haven't hit 3 out of these 4 numbers that with which you're currently working, then I will set up 5 spots. I'll set up 6 5 spots around it. One usually have one up at the top and one at the bottom. So in this case, it would be 41 and 76 would be the end caps of that, and I would set up 6 5 spots within those 6 numbers, and then leave the base 4 that we have here as my 2 and 3 spots. And here is another weak payout for a weak ass bet. That could have been a $5 bet, but it wasn't. That's all right. We're getting there. All right, there's a small profit of about $8 and I don't know 70 cents, $8.60. And with this hit, we are still hovering around that $550 mark. We got to try really hard to get to that 562. All right, that's a little better now. 556. Wow. And we got another one right. That's good. And this happens sometimes too when I'm being stupid and stubborn. 575. We're close to the mark here. And yet another small payout for another small bet. I mean, I'm not trying to encourage people to just start jamming all your money out there, or big, large percentages of the current bankroll or your session bankroll. But I do this enough that I should know by now that when to raise my bet at least a little bit, because it's getting wore out in these long sessions. And then that's when you start making worse mistakes than small wins. You start making mistakes, small losses than big losses. All right, and this hit puts us well within our cash out target range of anywhere between $562 and $583. And I don't know why I'm not cashing out. I decided I think I'm just going to go for one more and try to pump up the win here a little bit. If I could pick up another 15 bucks, that'd be great. Sweet. And that should do it. That $10.10 puts us at $582.49, which is only 51 cents short of our top end of our cash out target range, which was $583. So that's good enough. I'd say so. All right. And that concludes session 30. Awesome. We're cashing out 582.49 and we're a third of the way done. 60 more sessions and we should be at 106,000, assuming we can win all these sessions. Thank you so much for watching. And again, that concludes session 30. And I'll see you guys on session 31. This is so cool. Thank you.